Good Wednesday afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our market intel brief here at TOPGUN Options. Matthew Buckley, my call sign is Wiz, and man, I missed you. It's been a day. It's been a while, folks. Went out to Colorado, obviously, for the Psychedelic Science 2023 event, and man, just absolutely blown away with what happened in Denver. And Thursday night, we hosted the Veteran and First Responder Dinner, gave the keynote for that, also showed our most recent trailer. Hey, if you want to check that out, go to the TOPGUN Options YouTube page, scroll down, and it's right there. No Fallen Heroes, Psychedelic Science 2023. I'll throw a link to this video in this email as well. But folks, we're going to do a standalone, I think next Thursday at 1, I'm going to do a standalone psychedelic brief. I have so much to tell you about that happened in Denver. All of it is good. Saving lives, changing lives. I mean, folks, literally for the last 3 days, the Wall Street Journal has been nothing but psychedelics. This was yesterday. Look at this. Magic mushrooms, LSD, ketamine, the drug, I can't stand that word, the medicine that powers Silicon Valley. I think this was yesterday. As psychedelics become more mainstream, here's what you need to know. I think this was today, talking about MAPS raising money for ecstasy, or MDMA, to be legal. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the way. I'm telling you, and I guarantee you. I got some pictures on my Instagram. Make sure you follow me, official_WizBuckley. There's the first couple videos with some nice pictures, nice carousel of what we did in Denver, but I will do a brief next week to give you everything. This is the way. Ain't no AI, crypto, NFTs, metaverse. This is the way. Real quick, as many of you know, I'm also involved in what's called Healing REIT, right? This is a healing real estate investment trust where we are buying properties around VA hospitals, because when, not if, MDMA is legal in the next 6 to 12 months, it's first of all for therapeutic use. You're not going to your standard doctor's office to do this, right? You know, they got National Geographic or Fish and Wildlife magazine from 20 years ago on the table. You need a couple. There's going to be 3 people in each room, the patient and 2 coaches. It's got to be a healing setting, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, we have started I'm a member of, somebody else started. The guy that started it is sitting next to me right here. So this is, go to the Dales report. Again, I'll click this, put this link in our website or in the email that I sent this video out. It's called the Dales Report. So you can search YouTube or online for the Dales Report. That's Shad Dale. Great dude. Had a great time talking to him. But that's Joe, he's the chairman of the Healing REIT. And then that's yours truly here as well on this podcast. It's only 22 minutes. Check out what Joe has to say about this space. Joe was a initial first mover in the cannabis space, made a shit pot of money doing that, and bailed at the right time and said, no. Psychedelics is the way to go over cannabis. So make sure you check out this podcast. It's titled Healing REIT, Poised to Build National Real Estate Footprint. And hopefully by the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, we're going to go public. I can't promise, but I'm going to do my best. If you are in the max afterburner, how many we have in here? 241 people here in the Hunters. We got currently 62 people hanging in there today. I'm going to do my best to get you all involved in the IPO. Warning, Will Robinson, you can lose every penny. Got to get that out of the way first, right? But, if you've ever wanted to get involved in an IPO, maybe it's for Healing REIT. Because, again, this is the way. I live a couple blocks from the hospital here in Boca Raton, Florida. There is zero infrastructure for what is coming in the psychedelic industry. And that, like I said, we get back from Denver, and the Wall Street Journal is all over it. The MAPS conference a couple years ago, folks, as they map out in this article here, had 3,000 people. Rick Doblin and a couple thousand people. There was 12,500 people out there in Denver last week. You ready for this? I project next Psychedelic Science 2024 in Denver, easily 20,000 people, especially I'm going to manifest this with MDMA being legal. We're also, I'm going to work on doing a Top Gun Options event out there. I'm going to be out there, obviously, for the foundation. But, hey, man, go axe capital on this. This is a live episode of Billions without the narcissistic sociopath tendencies, right? Can you imagine being involved in something that saves and changes lives and potentially profiting? Duh. This is the way, ladies and gentlemen. But let's talk about the markets real quick. As I'm sitting here watching the S&P 500 implode, which is great. Had a nice little day trade today. Nice little sniper shot. Let's go take a look at it. Let's scroll up. Where did we do? Yeah, we shot a bear call spread earlier in the day. Then Mumbles McShitty Pants started talking along with Jerome, and the market imploded. Boom! Look at that. Max, where was it? $1,200. 1117. Let me just scroll down where it is. 1150. We fired that trade and then we closed it. Oh, I think I put it over here. Let me close it up right there. There we go. $1,100, 65% profit in whatever that was. That was about an hour and a half. Let's go take a look at the market. Right about here, fired that sniper. And then the market imploded. Jerome Powell was talking earlier in the day with Christine Lagarde. And then the Bank of England's dude. And then the Bank of Japan, the new dude that took over for Kuroda. But this was Mumbles McShitty Pants speaking. Did you hear him earlier today? But Putin's losing the war of aggression in Iraq. And I'm like, and somebody had to be like, Mr. President, you mean Ukraine? Oh, yeah. Did you see John Kerry? Your typical limousine liberal got excoriated on French TV the other day. He didn't see this coming, right? The French reporter's like, because John Kerry gave his standard U.S. egotistical, this war of aggression and Putin will not stand. And the guy's like, yeah, you all invaded Iraq. You killed hundreds of thousands of Iraqi civilians on a lie. And Curry, you could see the color run out of the guy's face. He was stunned that somebody actually, yeah, exactly. Isn't it? So when we don't do war crimes, do we, folks? We don't make, no. Other people commit acts of aggression and war crimes. When we do stuff wrong, oh, it's a mistake or whatever. It's disgusting. I can't stand this stuff. I go out to Denver and there's a 24-hour coup or attempted coup. If you're a Top Gun Options member, you have got to watch yesterday's primary live trade brief. Why? Because I let you know exactly who was behind the failed coup. You ready for it? You and me. Biden stresses the U.S. is not involved in the Wagner uprising. Furious Putin says the West wanted Russians to kill each. Ladies and gentlemen, out in Denver, what did I see? I saw a news story that said there was an accounting error from the Pentagon or whoever. Oh, yeah, we made an accounting error, and we actually owe Ukraine another $6.2 billion. You make an accounting error to the federal government, it's a felony. They make it, it's like, I wonder where the $6.2 billion or whatever, some of that money went. Oh, you mean the CIA might have been trying to get the what's his name to switch sides or maybe march on? Huh. Ladies and gentlemen, what an absolute shit show. Whenever you and I saw this last week, U.S. intelligence sources are telling Wall Street Journal that they knew about this potential Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you hear the words intelligence agencies said they knew something, they were involved in it. They're prepping the battlefield for the eventual discovery. Just like a year ago or whenever it was, I told you who blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. We did. No. The New York Times and the neocons and limousine liberals said that a bunch of 6 people on a yacht out of wherever, 4 dudes and 2 ladies did it. What? We did it. Well, let's just you don't dive down to the Nord Stream in that depth and plant 3 out of 4 mines that actually exploded. Here's what I'm getting at. And by the way, your tax money is going to funnel this awesome democracy that actually says it's in martial law and they're not going to have any elections until the war's over. What? Ladies and gentlemen, just like the scandemic, the plandemic, whatever you want to call it, the Constitution was designed. Actually, the Constitution was like written and signed during a pandemic, by the way. There's no pandemic exemption in the Constitution. That document is supposed to stand the test of hard times. But some in our government did the exact opposite. Shredded that thing. But there you go. There's Zelensky. No. I'm actually going to call off elections. Oh, that's great. Nice democracy we're supporting. Air's coming out of chip stocks a little bit. I'm telling you right now, folks, I'm making this prediction. I've made this over the past couple days. You can write this one down. AI is way overbought. You're telling me NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, all these stocks are having a monster rip-your-face-off rally over a glorified chatbot? A glorified chatbot that's woke. Did you see the one girl who's against trans swimmers? She's like, hey, I posted this in ChatGPT. Like, hey, write me 3 paragraphs on why it's, dudes shouldn't dress as girls shouldn't be competing with women. And the ChatGPT scolded her. This does not compute because you should not be talking like this. You should be diverse. It's disgusting. So anyway, all of these rip your face off rallies in AI names is the air's coming out of them. I guarantee you this is Bitcoin, it's tulips, it's NFTs, it's the metaverse. What else? SPACs. You fill in the blank with the ridiculous fad, and it's going to fade. You're telling me that and something like AI allegedly is going to put a shitload of people out of work? How's that bullish, folks? People are like, oh, it's good for medicine. Did you see what happened in Canada recently? The AI bots answered a bunch of veterans saying, you should kill yourself. That's not a joke. Google it. Canadian VA AI type of stuff is telling veterans to kill them. You can't make this shit up. But anyway, folks, you want to invest in AI, buyer beware. But I think we're about to take a little bit of a break, right? Rip your face off rally, a little bit of short squeeze in here. Nice slow descent, right, to 43.50. And I think we're going to ledge this week. Kind of like we had a nice ledge for about a month and a half right here. And then we broke higher. After this break higher, I think we ledge around 43.50 this week, and then we're going to make a move, either up or down. I don't care as an options trader. I can potentially profit no matter which direction the market goes. When it goes, I'm going to pound it into the dirt or buy it with both hands. But for right now, a little sitting on my hands with some sniper shots. We did a weekly options trade today on the S&P 500 out to next Wednesday. That's currently up about $500. It's the 44.15, 44.20 bear call spread. Let me just show you the risk in that trade. We're risking about $5,400 to potentially make $2,100 with a 71% probability using at the money volatility of making that profit. Starting to see some cracks though, folks. When Goldman Sachs, the financial Death Star, starts cutting MD positions, managing directors, they're right below partner. That's bad, right? Transports and financials tend to lead us in and out of bad, and that's not a good look from Goldman. Tesla has been a monster rally, and then yesterday Goldman, Barclays, and Morgan Stanley all downgraded Tesla. And then what happened? Up another 2% today, Wiz. Exactly. This is a retail mania that is going to end horribly, I guarantee you. Actually, let's go pull it up on this chart. It looks a little bit better over here. Tesla. Look at that. Rip your face off rally, and we're in a hover up here. Earnings are what, July 19th or something like that? We're inside of a month for earnings. If Tesla doesn't knock the cover off the ball, it's look out below. We did a bearish double vertical yesterday in yesterday's Primary Life Trade Brief. Again, if you're a TGO member, go check it out. This is comical. This thing that was the VP of marketing finally was let go, right? A long leave of absence, because if we fire her, she could sue us. I'm sorry, what? Is this where our country is? You lose tens of billions of dollars with your bad decision, and they fire you, and you're going to sue the employer? Are we insane? If I was the employee, if I was Bud Light, I'd sue her and try and claw back every penny we paid that in salary. I can't stand where we are in this country with litigation. Well, we can't really fire her because she might sue us. She lost you billions of dollars, you idiots. The CEO of Bud is a moron. Former CIA dude. The board of directors for Budweiser should, first of all, fire that guy and then fire themselves. What a bunch of cowards. And it's getting worse for Bud. They sponsored the trans on bikes the other day, parades. Grown men, naked, riding bicycles makes me want to vomit to begin with. In front of kids. They go down to the fountain after the parade and they're running around naked in front of children in a fountain. Pride. Pride comes before the fall. What did I tell you with Bud? I said it would bounce. We'd get a dead bat, an oversold bounce, and then sell it again. So I think tomorrow tomorrow in Accelerated Retirement, a little bit of psychedelic talk, but Tarjay and Bud, I would still be pounding into the dirt. It ain't getting better. Same thing. Tarjay imploded, a little bit of a bounce, and then back down. There's no way, unless they lie, which is a distinct possibility, so I guess there is a way, that the Bud and Tarjay CEOs get on the earnings calls and say, everything's great, we're printing money. They can, and they'll be lying. When's Target earnings? August. I think Bud, when's Bud? Bud earnings. August. All right. So we have a little bit of July to go where I think these stocks are going to hover. Remember, as an options trader, we can do range-bound trades. They're called iron condors, right? This thing can move around in a channel and we can make money. That's why I love being an options trader, not trading just stocks. The stocks, how do you make money? 3 ways, right? Buy, hope, and pray. You buy the stock, you hope it goes up. If it doesn't, you pray. Me, I don't care where the underlying is going, up, down, or sideways. We have an options tactic for that. Okay, first free market intel brief since I've been back. A little long-winded, but man, we have so much to talk about. Check out my Instagram, official_Wiz Buckley. You can check out some of the pics and videos that we took out there in Denver. I'll be posting more. Check out Healing REIT, poised to build national real estate footprint on the Dales Report, TDR, the Dale right there, the Dales Report. Okay, and finally, on the Top Gun Option YouTube page, you can go watch the No Fallen Heroes video, 4-minute video that I played during the Veterans and First Responders dinner. Okay, good stuff. I'm going to try and get back in the habit of doing these free briefs. I love doing them. It's funny, though, when I don't do them for a while, I read customer support complaints like, hey, where's all the free videos? If you're complaining about free stuff, man, get a life. I mean, seriously, people complain they're not getting free stuff, kind of crack me up. I dedicate myself to my Max Afterburner Lifetime group, 241 members, our 62 folks over here. A lot of hunters recently jumped the fence over and did Lifetime. Why? Because I made an obscene once-in-a-lifetime offer last month to help us fund our Costa Rica trip, our most recent healing retreat to Costa Rica. Hopefully, hand to God, this is the last time. I love Costa Rica, love going to Mexico. I'm done. We had let's just say I met some folks in Colorado where this is all, say it with me, legal. So hand to God, instead of spending $5,000 to send a vet to Costa Rica or Mexico, how about $2,500 per or 2 vets for $5,000 to Colorado? And with my son Jack going to CU Boulder, I might be getting a place up in Colorado, and that'll be Top Gun Options headquarters west. Okay, I got to go. Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. Fights on. Namaste and basi basi. I'll talk to you all later.